Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. We are going to be getting into One Piece again today. Last time we saw the indulgent Katakuri with his donuts. What an interesting scene. Little twist to his character. Seeing his face and just how different it looks, man. It's kind of funny just how his face being cut off at that point, he looks so badass, and then right underneath it is kind of just like a little goofy looking. Like, he looks so much less intimidating when he's eating those donuts. But don't we all, right? If I was stuffing my face with donuts right now, I would look less intimidating. Not that I'm intimidating, I don't think I am, but I hope not, at least. But yeah, Luffy starting to kind of pick up on some kind of weakness of Katakuri, or an opening. We finally got a hit on Katakuri. That was really great to feel, man. Like, I've been waiting for that. And so this fight is starting to take a little twist, which I am excited for. If y'all enjoy this, drop a like, comment, subscribe, all the good YouTube stuff, or check out the Patreon. We're 4 weeks ahead there. And I appreciate y'all being here to watch some One Piece with me. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Luffy 反撃無敵片栗の弱点ギアフォース
It's time, baby.
バウンドマンお前は強いけど無敵じゃなかった
Kind of want to see how like Doflamingo would have fared against Katakuri.
ゴムゴムのコングガン
Kongun always goes hard, bro. Dang. You freaking launched him. Ooh. Anytime there's a flashback with Rayleigh in training is so fortunate, man. I'm so happy. The observation, right?
これが見聞色の覇気。これを高めれば視界に入らない敵の位置、その数、次の瞬間に相手が何をしようとしているかを読み取れる。次に武装色の覇気。これは見えない鎧を着るイメージを持て。より硬い鎧は当然攻撃力にも転じる。悪魔の実の能力者に対して弱点をつくことを除いては、この武装色の覇気がこの世で唯一の対抗手段であるということ。ほぼ無敵にすら感じるロギアの能力者の流動する体も実体として捉えることができる。
お前を無敵だと思った。実体を捉える力なのに。武装色はロギアにも効く力なのに。
He's not even Logia, right? He should be like the same type as Luffy, I'd assume. I always forget the name of that one. I know it starts with a P, but.
お前の体をすり抜けたから。でも違った。
Is he just dodging them all?
攻撃は当たるんだ。
Let's go. Still doesn't really explain why, though. I'd assume it's just because he's dodging or something, but from like the crazy observation hockey.
硬すぎるお前の武装防御も。ギアフォースなら。
Gear 4 is so goated, dude.
ゴムのレオバズーカ
Dude, this is crazy. Tides are turning. Dude, this one's dope. I remember when he used this on Doflamingo, I freaking loved it. Yeah. Oh, yes. But why is his observation hockey like starting to get worse, or is Luffy starting to be able to kind of see through it? Damn, he's not giving him a chance to rest. I love it. Now he's being forced onto his back too. Oh! Bro! He freaking took it to the neck instead. That's crazy work, man. Ooh, yeah. The Oregon gun is dope. Yeah, so this is where he's using the observation hockey like really well. Okay. So it's kind of like combining the mochi with the observation hockey. Okay. That is kind of a wild combo, man. Like, the fact that he can move so much, like, have that level of ability. Is he? I guess maybe he is a Logia type made of mochi. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Okay, yeah. So he did just lose his composure. Mm-hmm. Donuts! The mochi donuts? Ooh, they're like little portals. That's pretty cool. Damn, those fists look so hard. Y'all, this is cool. Good thing he's bouncy though. Sure, Katakuri. Oh no. It's a freaking factory assembly line, dude. They're a machine. Yeah, everyone's being put to work. And those are huge bottles of milk. And some massive eggs. You know what it takes, 2 people to crack an egg. God, her snail, even her snail's annoying. Of course, there gotta be a wrench thrown into this plant. Oh. Freaking bound, dude. I thought it was gonna be the fire guy. They're all trying to keep him out. Why is his eyes all like gone? 25th ex-husband. Oh my god. Those freaking lips, bro. Even the babies in the show, wild looking. That's some fatherly love to love those babies.
今見失った麦わらの一味の船があんたたちのいるカカオ島に現れるのよ。
ここに深夜1時。
Okay, so was that 9 hours?
ケーキは海上でナミさんたちと打ち合い渡す手はずだったが、
なんで麦わらの船がカカオ島に？
はぐれた船長、麦わらのルフィと一味との落ち合い場所だからよ。
Honestly, this is kind of clutch for them. They know not to move
そ
now.
ういうことか。まずいな。ビッグマムたちにバレちまってる。
Yeah, I guess it still throws a wrench on the other side, though.
麦わらのルフィがカカオ島に現れることはないけどね。
どういうこと？
調子に乗ってカタクリお兄ちゃんに一騎打ちを挑んだのさ。だから確実に潰される。ザナミルだよ。
God damn it, Brule.
今が4時だろう。ってことは9時間後には現れない船長を待つ麦わらの一味がカカオ島に到着する。それを追う食い煩いのママとペロスニーもカカオ島に集う。全員集合って
I need the Candyman to die, bro.
ママのことは頼んだからね、プリン。あんたが頼みの綱だ。
最高のウェディングケーキでママを止めてみせる。
期待してるよ。
God, the eyes.
あ、そうそう。麦わらの一味が一足先に到着しても問題はない。今そっちに行ったオーブンお兄ちゃんの軍隊に任せればいい。
Oh, Big Bro Oven, the ugliest mofo. Not really. He's not. Compared to everyone else, he's not very ugly. I just don't like him.
それがプリン様の言いつけでして。
No shit.
妹の頼みならまあ聞くけど。
Hey, that's good at least.
なぜ工場の前は騒がしい。
Oh, he's gonna throw a fucking wrench in it. No!
あいつは
He's gonna freaking expose them, dude. Oh shit.
覚えてないか、オーブン君。覚えてるよ。元義理の父ちゃん。嬉しいのよね。覚えてくれてたのね。だから追い出すんだ。ここにはもうじきママも来る。おお、リンリンが。その呼び方もやめろ。ママが聞けばさらに怒る。その前になるべく遠ざけておかなくては。うぬは一目資本に会いたいだけなのよね。
誰かしら外で騒いでるの。
気になるか。
I'm surprised he didn't really pick up on Chiffon. Or maybe he is and just keep it a little internal.
そうだな。
カタクリ兄さんは超人よ。10億の懸賞金がついてる。誰にも負けたことがないの。どうしよう。
Sanji believes in him, bruh.
じゃあ今日が初めての敗北だな。
Goosebumps. I always love all the Strouds' faith in each other.
これで終わりだ。
Awesome, dude. I'm loving the fight. Luffy needs to do that one move when he was facing oh god, why am I forgetting his name? The villain from Skypiea. I feel like it starts with an E, but I don't remember. But you remember how he like just made his mind blank so he couldn't tell what he was gonna do? Yikes. There we go.
また強いあいつに戻った。
Yeah, you gotta get him flustered again somehow. Gotta get like in his head, like start making fun of him for eating donuts or something. Dude, the donut ability is so cool. It's like Portal.
ルフィならカタクリだって倒せる。俺たちがやらなきゃならないのは最高のケーキを作ることだろう。
Here we go.
あんたの仲間なんてカタクリ兄さんの手にかかれば跡形もなく消えてなくなるだけよ。サンジ。
ケーキを作ろう。俺たちの初めての共同作業だろう。
Dude, I'm starting to really like them together. I think they're kind of cute. Oh yeah, Big Mama going for them nuts. She's pretty nutty, dude.
どうしましたアマンド様。
食い煩いを発症中のママがここに向かっていると連絡が入ったわ。都民たちが危険よ。急いで避難させて。
Here she comes.
ママ
Does she smell like one of the ingredients that came from this island? Jeez.
だからここじゃねえんだよ。
私の島よ。
I wonder if she's gonna get protective of it.
どこだ。
なんだか様子がおかしいわ。
食い煩いだ。止まれ。ここにケーキはねえぞ。
モンドール様、
なんだ。
カスタード様よりでんでん虫が。
カスタードはベッジを追ってたな。こちらモンドール、ベッジを始末できたか。
船を
Yeah, y'all got
見
cooked.
失った。
なんだと。
縄張りウミウシから位置情報が入らないのだ。
He's losing
麦
it.
わらたちの位置情報も入ってこねえんだ。
The fishman helping them with the slugs.
とにかくベッジを探せ。いいか、絶対に取り逃がすな。
わかった。
一体何が起きてんだよ。もっと追っ手が来てもいいはずだが、どうなってるんだ。縄張りウミウシがいたらでんでん虫が反応するはずなんですが、何の反応もないね。そんなこと。
It's definitely, it has to be the fisherman who like took a dash. They must have taken them out.
最大戦速を維持、最短距離でシフォンを迎えに行くぞ。
Rara! Is there some here? Yeah, it's her, man. Interesting. She can like command them or something?
誰も追ってこないぞ。
まったく妙じゃ。追っ手が来んはずはない。どういうことでしょう。
きっと罠よ。
いいか、キャロット。絶対に追っ手を見逃すなよ。わかった。任せて、チョニキ。
Choniki!
よろしくね。
アラディンたちは無事じゃろうか。
Mm-hmm.
うまく逃げ切れとりゃええ。
Oh, they're not getting away. They're helping.
ママが夏と襲撃中ってどういうことだ、ペロスに。
モンドール様、大変なことが。
今度はなんだよ。
He's freaking out.
大変だ。
Keep your cool, bro.
結果、とんでもない事態
A
が。
terrible truth.
実は
Gaka!
縄張りウミウシが一匹もいない。何万匹もいるウミウシが。
Damn, that's crazy. That was that many of them.
誘拐事件でしょうか。
Yeah, honestly, they fortified this land super well.
どうにかしろ。
どうにかとは。
いなくなった原因を突き止めるんだよ。急げ。
We gotta get another freaking song, dude. Here we go, y'all. Oh my. She's getting all day off. They deserve it. They've been on their patrolling for probably years and years.
俺たちも少しは役に立てた。
Hell yeah, bro.
ジンベエ。
More than a little bit.
お前が検証したのは俺が冷静でいる限り無敵だという事実だ。
Still a weakness, bro. How do you make him lose his cool?
必ず隙を見せる。お前は倒せる。敵だ。
お前はしぼむようだな。
そうか、ギアフォースの時間切れか。教えてくれてありがとう。
Thanks for reminding me.
10分覇気が使えなくなる。だからその間は
I was really hoping this wasn't gonna get into the mix here.
それを見過ごすほど甘くはない。
Yikes, dude. This is gonna be rough. Shit.
なんとか10分覇気なしじゃ
Yeah, no way, dude. You'll get fucking killed right away. He needs to find Brule and like get into a mirror and like break it or some shit.
やべえ、本当にやべえ。
期待外れだ。もう終わりとは。
Oh god, no. Oh, I hate the time limits.
力持ち。
What's going on? It's a Brule. It is fucking Brule, isn't it? Oh my god, that's terrifying. Oh my god, again, dude. Yes, man, I called it, bro. Let's go. Observation hotkey coming in once again. Oh.
ありがとう。
Brain chipper.
よし、ここで枝。ブリュレだよ。覇気が戻るのをしばらく待つぞ。ブリュレだよ。
Oh my god, it's where fucking Big Mama is. No. That's not good. Oh my god, Big Mama.
やめて。
これじゃねえ。
ママ、やめて。私の治める町よ。
ケーキはないし麦わらもいねえぜ。
どこだ。麦わら。
Maybe she saw the future that he was gonna show up here. No. Red dress knob, he's gone.
異常なし。
しかしこのまますんなりいけません。四皇のプライドにかけて。
それでも今は先へ進むしかありません。
Count your blessings.
どのみちさっきの直線航路に戻らなきゃ。
そうじゃな。
I guess she looks pretty good in white too, y'all.
持ってきてくれる予定のサンジ君たちと会えなかったら、私たちはバラバラになる上に地獄の果てまでビッグマムの怒りにさらされることになる。
Oh man, what's this?
戦闘に次ぐ至急各党のタルト戦は全艦出撃せよ。我らビッグマム海賊団の威信にかけて
Their prestige.
憎き3つの海賊団
Three hateful pirates. Y'all are the hateful ones.
海賊団に甚大なる被害を及ぼした麦わらの一味並びにそれを導き女王ビッグマムを裏切り暗殺を企てたファイアタンク海賊団さらに謀反を起こした海峡のジンベエの仲間であり突然と姿を消した魚人たち太陽の海賊団
探索するのが縄張り海牛はどうした。
Bum, bum.
それがみんな行方不明なんだと。
万が一にも外へ出すことなど許すな。
Wait, I just saw the sun in the back. That one that got his life taken at like the very beginning of the arc. I remember them saying they try to get the life back, so there must be a way. It's important to know.
おい、どうした。
It's just that
大丈
good.
夫か。生クリームを味見してまさか旦那様が毒を。
そいつに聞いてみろ。
死ぬほどうまい。 涙で死にかけてた。なんて幸せそうな顔だ。
この生クリームがサンジさんの秘策。甘みの真骨頂。
It's a little hard.
究極のクリーム、シムシムホイップ。
Sanji looks like his little kid self in that shot.
プリンちゃんは今はやめといてくれ。君ほどの戦力を失うわけには。
He knows it'll throw her off her game.
食べてないのに倒れないで。
こんなクリームがケーキに塗られたら。
Y'all are never gonna be able to top this for Big Mama.
死ぬぞ。
ふわふわのシフォンケーキも焼き上がったわよ。黒足。
It's real fluffy and jiggly.
抑えろ。
That's gonna float.
飛びそうだ。
私の方も完成よ。サンジさんの生クリームを加えた甘い甘い最高に滑らかな生チョコレート。
Chocolate.
蓋を滑らかすぎて器から飛び出してしまう。
Good job, squad.
18時5分前。すべて予定通りだ。時間短縮のためにケーキは戦場で完成させる。
How are they gonna get out of here though with the fucking oven
最
dude
速で
here?
合流するぞ。
いよいよね。
さあ行こう。仲間たちを苦しめるビッグマムを倒しに。
Good shit, y'all. Good shit. Worried for Luffy by Big Mama, but I guess better than being by Katakuri, who's actually conscious. So that scene with him and Brûlé was geeky, dude. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and talk about these episodes for a little bit here. A lot of fun seeing Luffy actually be able to kind of compete with Katakuri in these episodes, although obviously Katakuri kind of regains his composure and starts to get the edge once again. Definitely the fight's going to kind of expand from here. Seems like it's going to be a bit more drawn out, but I think that makes sense. Yeah, they definitely are kind of set up Katakuri to be probably the strongest opponent Luffy has fought. You know, I said during the reaction, I'm curious on like how he would stack up against someone like Doflamingo, who, you know, Luffy beat, but Luffy had to push himself to the very edge as well for that. So I'm curious on like where he would line up against someone like Doflamingo if, you know, kind of like the top general of a emperor is stronger than, you know, one of the stronger warlords that we have met in this series so far. Yeah, always like cool to kind of think about the power scaling. I also really like just kind of them finally describing a little bit more about why Katakuri is so strong. You know, they've always kind of have made it known that his observation haki is kind of the next level. And so it makes sense that Luffy couldn't really land a lot of hits on him. But I think it, you know, as they explain it more with him being able to see the future, but plus the Mochi Mochi and how flexible it is, he can kind of make it appear like someone is hitting him, like kind of going through his Mochi, like a Logia type would be. But really he's just, you know, kind of changing his body really quickly because he can see the future. Pretty interesting. Now I'm still not very clear if he's a what is it? Paramecia or Logia, and then there's Zone. Obviously not a Zone, but you know, I would think he's like Luffy, where he's Paramecia. It's very similar to it, but like they almost make it seem like he's a Logia type, since he can kind of like morph around and whatnot. But we'll have to see where he kind of lies there. They kind of imply that he's a Logia though. But yeah, the Mochi Mochi plus his advanced observation haki is just nuts. But I really like how they kind of remind us of the, you know, the types of haki here. I think, you know, I always refer to it as armament haki and observation haki are kind of the two main ones, and then there's Conqueror's haki, right? But, you know, I've always referred to it as that because I think when they're introducing it, you know, way back when, I guess like right after the time skip was more so where we got a lot of it. I mean, they introduced haki before the time skip, but they started kind of naming the armament side and the observation haki back, like, I feel like it was like on like Fishman Island or the arc right after that. So, but they've kind of been referring to it as a little bit different terminology back on, I guess Dressrosa was when they kind of started doing that. So there's haki of the color of observation. So observation haki, I feel like the way I refer to that makes sense. I'll probably just keep on saying observation haki, but haki of the color of arms, because there's, yeah, they refer to a color of for both of them, which is interesting. I think the color of part is where it's changed a lot, or morphed or evolved throughout the series. So color of arms is that armament haki, which, or I guess maybe a form of armament haki. They describe it as like wearing invisible armor, and if the armor is hard enough, it can be used as an offensive power, and that's like how you actually land hits on, you know, different devil fruit powers. Like, you know, Luffy used to not really feel much at all from getting hit from, you know, bullets or punches, because he was a, you know, a rubber man. But the moment he started facing people with the color of arms haki, he started really to get hurt. And so it's a counter to devil fruits, especially Logia types, where like everything would go through them. So pretty interesting there, kind of just the naming convention of it. I'll maybe have to start changing the way I talk about it. Color of arms and color of observation, but they still referred to armament haki as at one point. Like, I think he was talking about Katakuri's how hard his defense is, the armament. So maybe the armament is supposed to be like the armor part of it, and the color of arms is more of like a high level depiction of it, or description of it. But yeah, let me know if like I'm getting the terminology right here. One thing that I thought was interesting too was, you know, as Luffy is actually landing hits on Katakuri, there's a moment where he gets hit really hard and he's about to land on his back, and then he flashes to Brule talking about just how amazing and perfect Katakuri is, and then he decides to land on his neck instead, so he doesn't land on his back, and you hear that crack. And obviously he doesn't land on his back because that, but you know, once again, it kind of is making me think that the way that Luffy will beat Katakuri is because of his pride or perfectionism, right? Like, he's unwilling to be imperfect. So maybe there'll come a point where, you know, he loses his cool because of it, or like we kind of have seen recently, or he's like choosing between like how everyone else thinks of him as perfect and like that being an option, and him having to potentially sacrifice his physical body for it, like we just saw in that little scene there. Like, maybe that could happen later on, or he would have to be willing to be imperfect to beat Luffy. I think that'll be really interesting if they play it out that way. But I'm kind of starting to get the feeling that's, you know, kind of going to be a turning point in the fight later on, is that Katakuri is going to have to accept one of those things. Either sacrifice his body and probably lose and ultimately be imperfect too, or be imperfect to win. Kind of going to be interesting to see where that falls in this fight here. The only other thing that I thought was kind of interesting was we saw Moscato. You know, I didn't remember his name. I looked it up, but the son who was trying to stop Mama in her hunger pains in the beginning of the arc, and he had his life taken. I remember the book guy talking to those little like shadowy figures who like collect the souls, like the tributes from people, and he says like every last second. So to me, this means, like, back then I was kind of already feeling this, but now that we see him alive, and I'm sure we'll probably get more of this in some explanation, it means that whatever souls are collected from the Hocus Pocus power. I call it Hocus Pocus. I watched Hocus Pocus recently because it's spooky season here, y'all. It's October. But yeah, whatever souls are collected from the Hocus Pocus power, maybe they can be retrieved in some way. Maybe Big Mama stores them. She has to store them in like certain spots. Obviously, she puts them in with like inanimate objects like the homies and stuff. So maybe, you know, when she takes it from people, she has to put it somewhere, and these shadowy figures are able to retrieve it. Which I don't know if they've ever explained what the shadowy figures are. Like, is that part of the power? Does Big Mama control them? Or are they kind of just like a different entity? Very interesting. But to me, the implication of this is that I feel like somebody important is going to get their lifespan taken from them. Like one of our Straw Hats potentially, or somebody else that's important. And this is going to be a way for them to survive it, like, or to get their life back at some point. So, like, that's kind of, I feel like, why Oda would write this into it. Like, kind of that smoking gun to a degree here, where it's like, okay, this is an element of the plot now, and the only reason I could think of it is that like some character that we care about is going to get their life taken from Big Mama, but then ultimately get it back because they have this loophole kind of thing. All right, let's go and get in the character ratings for MVP. This is gonna be a funny one, but MVP is Brule, man. She was clutch, just being in the wrong spot at the right time. I literally was like when Luffy was like losing his Gear 4th or the hockey and everything, I was like, God damn it, you know, like there's nowhere to escape but Brule in these mirrors. So the boy was that was perfect timing. For the best moment, I'm gonna give it to Rayleigh, the flashback of him and Luffy, and obviously I think we've seen a form of that scene at some point, like maybe back like Fishman Island or like right before it, like Return to Sabado or whatever. Yeah, dude, I just really loved the flashbacks. I like getting explained the hockey system again. I feel like throughout such a long series, you need that, especially for me when I'm recording only once or twice a week for it. So, and Rayleigh's just a badass, man. For the funniest character, I'm gonna give it to Luffy and kind of Brule a little bit, I guess. But yeah, the scene where he does run into her, his face, crazy, twice, kind of creepy, honestly, but really funny. And then like when they actually do go in the mirror and Luffy's on top of her, he keeps calling her Branch. Just so funny, classic Luffy there. And then for the Sacco, oh man, I almost wanted to give it to Pound because he was kind of exposing everyone, but like I get it, and honestly kind of heartfelt too that he wants to see his daughter. So I'm not gonna give it to him. I'll give it to Oven, the fiery Oven. I just didn't like the look on his face, man. You can tell he's up to no good with Pound here. So he gets the Sacco this time. But yeah, let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I hope y'all enjoyed this one, and I will catch you for the next episodes. Peace.